There are many times where I wanted to give up. Like I wanted to say, no, I can't do it because coming from mechanical background, I'm learning completely a new language. I'm learning Python. After that, I've been placed at Infosys. So I was working there as coming from a non-technical, like coming from mechanical background. I was very confused at the beginning. And I find it very interesting how machine learning is applied to day-to-day lives.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So I am back with another amazing and really motivating podcast for all the aspiring data scientists and machine learning engineers. And in today's podcast, I will be having an amazing discussion with Faviana, and her story is also very motivating because she was stuck in the service-based company like Infosys for the system engineer profile, and recently she made a company switch for the data science and machine learning engineer. So I thought to cover this story because most of the time I have received queries from the freshers, entry-level freshers who are new to data science and machine learning engineer, or let's say are stuck in some random job profiles or some service-based companies and trying hard to move into the data science and ML. And this podcast is the exactly same. It will motivate you and will give you the to-the-point information that how you can do this switch from service to data science and machine learning engineering profile. So make sure you watch this podcast till the very end because she will be sharing everything with us, like how did she start her career from Infosys, how was the journey, and after that how did she realize that she want to move into data science and machine learning, what is the complete interview process if you interview for the data science and ML engineer related roles, in each round what kind of questions those interviewers can ask, like what kind of roadmap she followed, what kind of resources she used, the projects, resumes, and how did she even got the interview calls. So many more things to learn from this podcast, and also like this video in really big numbers so that we all together can help many more aspiring data professionals. And also you can share your experience in the comment section if any of you who is stuck in random job profile or mostly in the service based companies, then please let me know whether it is easy or hard to move from service based companies to any product based company or cracking these data kind of roles. Let me know in the comment section. And if you are watching any of my video for the very first time and liking this data related content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. Alright, so thank you so much Faviana for joining my podcast, and again I'm really excited to have data scientist and machine learning engineer on my channel to share her experience, and this is going to be really informative for all the aspiring data enthusiasts. So Faviana, it would be really great if you can give a short introduction to the audience and anything about your academic background, or if you have any past working professional background.
Thank you for having me, first of all. Yeah, my name is Faviana Norona, and currently I'm working as an MLOps engineer in 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 in Hyderabad. So I'm currently located in Hyderabad. And talking about my past background, so I've been graduating in 2019 and as a mechanical engineer. So from Canada Engineering College, Mangalore. Sooner after that, I've been placed at Infosys. So I was working there, like I was getting trained for 6 months. And soon after that, I've been I've taken some courses in data science. So especially the Odin School, I was a part of Odin School, and that's how I got transitioned into data science. And currently I'm at 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Awesome. So someone like from the non-tech background, then like working at Infosys and now moving into the data science and ML. So definitely very inspiring journey. You did your graduation with mechanical engineering background and then worked at Infosys for some time as a system engineer. So when and how did you find your interest in the data science and machine learning engineering, when like it actually caught your attention?
Yeah, actually that is a very interesting part. As coming from a non-technical, like coming from mechanical background, I was very confused at the beginning because I always wanted to join a core company. So sooner or later during the pandemic hit, and there were like very courses online were provided, and even I came across Odin School and that. So I was keep on searching my interests, like in IT field, like how I joined Infosys. So continuing that, like what I can do, like where I can find like what I'm happy doing, like whether in IT especially you have various fields. So I have seen that the data science was very booming at that time. So I was like, I'll give it a try. So we people are very say no to changes. So I was like, okay, I will just try. So I was just doing some random courses, and I came across data science, and I find it very interesting how machine learning is applied to day-to-day life. So that inspired me a lot. So that's how I joined Odin School and started my data science journey.
Why I actually asked this question, so most of the time I have seen folks starting with the data science and ML, and literally in between they just quit it. Probably it looks difficult or anything like that, like lack of motivation or anything. So it's really great to see that you continued it and opted it as a career profession. And again, you guys can also let me know in the comment section, anyone, let's say, coming from the non-tech background, and if you have cracked the data science and ML engineer related roles, or let's say you are pursuing it, so put it in the comment section. I would love to hear your story as well. You were coming from the non-tech background, right? And although you talked about taking up courses and other stuff, so what kind of challenges did you face as a fresher during your journey to becoming an ML engineer? Because I am pretty sure it wouldn't have that easy for you. So what were those challenges and how did you actually overcome it?
Yeah, the first challenge was learning everything from the beginning. That was challenging, and the first challenging is like having your mindset like yeah, this is what I want to do and this is what I want to continue. Like there are many times where I wanted to give up, like I wanted to say no, I can't do it, because coming from mechanical background, I'm learning completely a new language. I'm learning Python, SQL. These are the languages we have to learn in machine learning and all this stuff. Will I able to do it? So first thing is having a proper mindset. That was the thing. And secondly is that nobody will come and motivate you for sure. You have to motivate yourselves. So that was the thing. So I had to stick around one thing and I had to keep a challenging mindset that yes, I can do it. And I think so. Without hard work, nothing is easy. What I was saying. So continuous practice and continuous learning. Just giving like 1 hour a day, even though if you have a very busy schedule, so has to at least take 1.5 a day just to try to learn things, you know. And I think that when I can or anybody can transition from mechanical to IT or any fields, like I think so anybody can do it. So it's
No, definitely.
that was actually challenging.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with your points. And I think that's why like your journey is quite inspiring, and it will definitely inspire lots of folks that if you coming from the mechanical engineering background, learning everything from scratch and just moving into the desired job profile, so that thing will definitely motivate others. And guys, again, like let me know in the comment section that when you started with any job profile, I'm not saying let's say data science, ML, it's still you were interested in something else and you were also coming from non-tech backgrounds or anything background which had no relation with CS or anything. So put it in the comment section and make sure to like this podcast for sure, because this is going to inspire lots of aspiring data scientists. Once like you were clear in your mind that data science and machine learning is your future and you will pursue your career in it. So as a fresher, how did you find the correct roadmap to become an ML engineer? Share that complete roadmap with our audience, and how did you get a full-time job as an ML engineer?
Yeah, as I said, like I was in 6 months at Infosys after I left, so I was searching many courses online on YouTube and all. So I wanted one course which would give me everything, like placements after I learn the data science. And as a beginner, I wanted a course where everything could be explained in detail, because I was very new to Python language, SQL language, and to machine learning. I started my course through Odin School, and I've started learning Python, SQL, machine learning, and all this stuff. And at Odin School, the journey was great. Like they taught me from very beginning, and it was a very great experience there. And as well as a career service, like obviously we learn. I'm learning machine learning. At the end, you want to get placed at your dream company or dream job and as a machine learning engineer. So that's where the career placements came into very helpful. And the journey from career service getting placed at 𝗗𝗂𝗀𝗃 was actually a very great experience. So I would say that was hectic as well as it was great.
A beginner starting with the data science part. So whatever sort of knowledge you got in the Odin school, so can you break it down? Let's say first you read about this thing, then this thing, and this thing, and how did you cover all these stuff?
Yeah, at the very beginning, we started with Python, the basics of Python and how Python is used in machine learning. So we had covered the basics of Python, and then we even went to few advanced Python. So mine was like weekend batches, like Saturday, Sunday. So we used to I was learning on Saturday and Sunday for 3 hours continuous classes, and every classes I have assignments. So suppose you learn something today, you have assignments the next week, the coming week you have assignments. So it was very helpful, like hands-on. I think so hands-on practice in Python coding is very important. So that's how it started from Python, and then we went for advanced Python. And after that, we started with SQL. So the query language is what we have learned that, and then we went little bit of advanced SQL, and then at the end we started to learn about machine learning and algorithms such as regression classification algorithms. And also we had a lot of projects, like hands-on projects, you can say capstone projects after everything. So that was the practical part of it, how to actually apply it in your the data sets which are provided to you. So that was great. So after that we had a little bit of Tabular also. I have learned a little bit Tabular. So that's how was the journey from the beginning to the end. And also we had career service, as you said, that was also a part of the training, like a soft skills, how you talk in the interview and how do you present yourself. I think so that's very important. You might have the answers in your mind, but you cannot explain it to you. So I think so that was the very important part. And the confidence level during the interview, we get nervous most of the time. So that also was the part of the course.
So you can find the link for the new batches and the entire information related to Odin School in the comment section. I'll put the link there. You can definitely go and check that out. Since now you are working as ML engineer at 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃, right? You got a job there. So what's the typical interview process of ML engineer role? I mean, how many rounds will be there, and in each round what kind of questions will be asked like to a fresher? Because for you it was a fresher role, I must say, right? So it would be really great if you can summarize that entire interview process. It will give a very better idea to the audience that how the typical interview process looks for the ML engineer.
The interview process at 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃, I would say, would be first was the technical round. So that would be always the first round of the interview, so where they'll screen you. So I was been taken by 4 of the interviewers at once. So that was the first round, technical. I would say the second round would be with I had with my US manager from the US. So he wanted to have a normal chat with me about how is 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃 and all that stuff. And the last round was with the HR on how we wanted to stay at Hyderabad. Are you comfortable, or how is that location? So first coming to the technical round, I think so that's the most important part. So the technical round was, as I said, as a fresher, they always ask, I was very nervous, but as a fresher, they always ask you, they want to know your basics. Are your basics strong or not? Are you, because in every company, you have things to learn they'll teach you from the scratch, because there are different ways of learning, different technologies coming up. So every time you have to upgrade yourselves. So they just want to know about your basics Python. Like, do you know Python? Have you done any practice in Python? Do you know how to code? What is integers? When to use float? All these questions. And after Python, few questions they asked me about SQL. And like SQL, and on top of after that they asked me about machine learning. And these are just 1 or 2 questions they asked me in Python, SQL, and in machine learning. But the very important part, they asked me like, what projects did I do, what do I know. First they asked me like, what have you learned and what do you know. Based on what I have learned and what I know, they asked me questions. They ask me questions based on what you say. So if I did a capstone project, so I explain the whole entire project and what algorithms I have used in that project. And based on my project, they ask me questions. They ask me technical questions based on my project. Whether this girl or whether this candidate knows her project well. Did she did the project on her own? And what she learned from that project. So that is the important thing, what you do at the end. So I would say to mainly focus on the projects, what you do.
Lots of folks start exploring data science and machine learning, especially freshers, but mostly quit it in the between, right? And that's what even we talked about in the beginning as well. So like, what's your take on this? What do you think, like what could be the possible reason, and how they can actually fix it and keep themselves motivated to just move into the data science and ML?
I would say the first part was, are you happy doing it? Are you interested? Not because like other people are telling you do it and you're doing it. It's you who has to do. Because when I started my journey, I would say that time nobody said me go to the data science. Data science is booming, this and all. No, you yourself, you have internet, you have your YouTube channel. You go and see what you want to do, where you want to go next in your career. So you yourself decide that. And when I said that, I would say that even I wanted to give up, like when I was learning, because I would not say it was an easy way. It was never easy for me. And there was some times in my journey where I was like, no, I cannot do it anymore. Python is difficult. It's difficult because I've studied 4 years mechanical and now you're telling me to do IT. But it's like, no, I'm interested to do it, and this is where I want to see myself in next 1 or 2 years or next 5 years. So I think so removing that thing that you cannot do it, that is the first thing you have to remove it from your mind. And I would say don't depend on anybody, because nobody is going to come and help. You try to learn, or join some courses like I did. I have joined Odin school, and then I've learned by myself from there. So I think so in all your way, it's you and your mindset together having a journey till you get your placements, and there'll be no backup, somebody coming and pushing you. So I would say you yourself have to motivate yourself. There's nobody going to come back.
Same thing, you guys can also do it. It is about the interest and it is about the dedication, how dedicatedly you're following the things. And again, let me know in the comment section if you also started with the data science and ML and you are still continuing it, or you just quit it in between. So let me know in the comment section. Probably I will be also able to help you. Most of the fresher complains that companies don't hire freshers for the data science and ML engineer role. And honestly speaking, I have received this query a lot from the freshers that we are preparing, we are doing everything, but companies are not hiring us. They always prefer the experienced candidate. So, like, what do you think about this thing? Did you also face the same, or do you have any different thought for that part? And what is the best way to crack data science job as a fresher? So that would be great if you can answer these two stuff.
Yeah, the first question, as you said, like the hiring freshers. So I would say it's not like they don't differentiate between freshers and experience. So they have a category, like they want to hire freshers, they will hire freshers, and it's not like no, they don't hire freshers. They do hire freshers if you are having a very good, strong technical skills, and you have you have done your projects and all that stuff. As I said in my interview, they asked about my projects. So I would prefer if people start learning from Kaggle. So that's the best way to start machine learning. So please focus on Kaggle, because that's where they start. That's where they give your data sets. Because in data science, the data is very important, and there are various fields, like various data sets available in Kaggle. So start building up your projects. I'm not saying do one project. You can do like 4, 5, several projects, and that's how you build your confidence. Like, yeah, I can do something like in practical, because that's the first thing they ask you in any interview you give. And even the screenshot you based on your projects and how well you have built your what you have learned in your resume and what you have put projects. So I think so projects are the important, and especially focus on Kaggle, because that's where you start with machine learning. So I would suggest the freshers to start from there, because that's where I have started.
We will end up this session with one last and final question, Faviana, and that is basically related to the comp part. So, like, as a fresher, how much salary on an average companies are giving to a data scientist or ML engineer? So, like, based on your experience, right? If you have seen any average number or average range of the compensation these companies are giving to the freshers?
Yeah, for the freshers, basically, they give like around 5 to 6, or based on 1 year experience, they give 6 to 7. So that's what is the range. So basically 6 would, I would say 5 to 6 would be as a fresher if you're starting with data science. Most of the companies, they give you. Your salary hikes are like very quick in especially machine learning, and depend on how you work. So you might not know in 1 year also you might get a salary hike. So it works like that, and it's very surprising to me too, because it happened to me as well. So you can get hikes very easily also, and but the starting would be 5 to 6, I would say. Yes.
Whatever experience Faviana has shared with you all, you will definitely feel motivated, especially the freshers and all the aspiring data scientists and ML engineers. The path which probably Faviana followed, you can also follow the same and move into the data science and ML engineering part. And also I have provided the link for the Odin school, their new batches and everything, all kind of details you can get from that link. So make sure you check that out and same way you can transition the way Odin School helped Faviana, they will definitely help you as well to move into the data science and ML. And thank you so much, Faviana, for joining us and sharing your experience with us. And it was really informative. I enjoyed this entire session.
Thank you, Shashank, for having me for the interview. I hope I have helped most of the folks to start their journey in data science. Thank you so much.
So that's what I had for you guys in this video. I'm pretty sure you would have enjoyed this entire podcast and whatever experience Faviana has shared with us. And make sure to check out the upcoming bootcamps by Odin School for data science and machine learning engineers. I have provided a link in the description. Check it right now. And again, like this video in really big numbers. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And if you're enjoying such type of data related content on my YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. I will see you guys in the next weekend with another amazing and motivating podcast. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too.